Welcome everybody. Glad you were able to join me today for Selling in a Digital World. So what we'll be discussing today is digital transformation and how that's impacting sales and marketing. So digital transformation isn't new. It's been impacting industries for decades. We've seen massive shifts in how industries do business day to day because of the changing digital landscape. Take print media, for example. Today, the distinction between print and digital has become irrelevant. Digital drives content creation as well as the distribution of it. This is because non-traditional outlets became prevalent in the early 2010. This forced print media to compete in the digital arena in order to stay relevant with their customers and advertisers. But what does that mean for you? How does that impact your sales and marketing for your business? As we all are aware, the majority of the purchase process happens online. It's a fact. It's made having a digital strategy essential for all businesses. Buyers are beginning their journey through web searches and recommendation through social channels. Like it or not, the customer journey has changed, regardless of whether you're a B2B marketer or a B2C. The customer's journey is beginning through research from online review sites, recommendation through social channels, all the way to the online transactions and in-store experiences. We're all aware that today people are inundated with digital ads, blogs, influences from the digital landscape. What that means for you is that there are a multitude of factors that are impacting the perception of your brand. 90% of customers read online reviews before having direct contact with your business. And whether you're an online retailer, a B2B market, or in-store experience, oftentimes they're searching online while they're engaging with you. Not only do those reviews impact whether they're going to do business with you or not, it's impacting how much the customer is going to spend. So what does that mean for your marketing department? Not having a digital marketing strategy doesn't mean that your customers' digital experiences aren't impacting your business, good or bad. Simply choosing not to compete in the digital arena doesn't mean that your competitors and your customers aren't doing research about you, aren't receiving information from their social influencers and other customer advocates. So what's the value? What's the true value of having digital marketing? Well, this allows you to shape your brand's narrative, drive awareness, educate and inform your customers. You can deliver personalized, connected experiences. This is going to drive loyalty at every step of your customer's journey, from awareness to conversion to repeat business. And with that repeat business, you turn them into influencers for your brand, building upon that to drive more traffic and more opportunities to new leads. Content marketing is essential. And while that isn't specific to digital marketing, it does influences the actions. But what does that mean in the digital arena? Content marketing needs to help improve your brand's perception. It has to be engaging. It can be the thing that drives satisfaction because your customers are establishing you as their go-to resource for information. So you must make it compelling. But what is compelling content? Compelling content is targeted. You have to know who your customer is. And not just an individual, but the different personas that you're marketing to. And when the information is relevant. That's the next key piece of compelling content. Because what is important to a buyer early on in their journey isn't as important to them towards the end when they're about to close that sale. Empower your employees to understand what content's relevant at all stages of the buying journey so that as you're engaging with your customers in the different social media channels or even through your sales team, you understand what's going to have the most influence and provide the most value to that customer. The last component of compelling content is that it's measurable. Using tools within CRM and LinkedIn allows you to measure your content and continue to optimize it. Oftentimes, marketing teams are overwhelmed with content creation. There's just so much information that could be important at what time and what purpose. But you don't have to constantly be creating net new content. By establishing a content library, measuring how your customers are engaging with it and when they're engaging with it allows you to optimize that content and target it to the right channels, whether it's digital or print. Personalization, understanding if that personalization is increasing your effectiveness with your customer and your audiences. So how does LinkedIn help you? What does it mean to target your audiences? LinkedIn Campaign Solutions allows you to target the professional audiences that matter most. Now, we are all aware that LinkedIn is a B2B social channel. It's not the only channel that's out there, but today this is going to be our focus and how LinkedIn Sales Navigator and CRM can help you connect your marketing and sales teams to better drive high-quality leads to your sales team as well as drive compelling campaigns with targeted information. And lastly, using LinkedIn allows you to manage your ad campaigns, measure, and optimize all in one place. What this does is it allows you a place to fuel your other online channels. By targeting these messages here, you can see how they are performing with the various buyers in the various stages of your journey. And then you can expand the reach by reaching out through Facebook, Twitter, and the many other social channels that are available to you. LinkedIn and Dynamics 365 has become more collaborative with each other. From the marketing side with the LinkedIn campaigns, they've also launched the LinkedIn lead gen forms. The benefit of this is that with Dynamics 365, you're able to seamlessly convert those LinkedIn lead gen forms into your CRM. As you can see on the screen in the right-hand corner, you're able to create leads from LinkedIn directly into your CRM system. This allows a better collaboration between your marketing, social campaigns, and your sales team. So they're getting the information and the insights that they need from the forms that you're putting into your lead campaigns. This also means that LinkedIn is able to target people not just through their normal channels, but through mobile as well. As it's mobile optimized, you're able to create ads that capture their attention where they're at in their searching process. One of the other components that I wanted to talk to you today about is Microsoft Social Engagement. So it's not just good enough for you to post and to tweet in your social channels. You must be listening not only about your own business, but your competitors. But how do you make that information actionable? Microsoft Social Engagement gives you the ability to monitor your social channels, competitors, influencers, and trend phrases that are targeting your business and your industries. It allows you to understand what your customer sentiments are so that you can action on that appropriately. If you have a customer that has a poor experience, you're able to target that in real time and really provide value to that customer. Maybe turn that negative influencer into a positive one. So that's how digital transformation affects marketing. Now I want to talk to you about how digital transformation is changing your sales department. No longer is the world about the old cold calls and sales demos. That's not enough for you to convert a lead today. Your customers are clamoring for information. They want you to engage with them where they're at. They're on the go and they're desperate for you to guide them and provide value. But what does that mean for them? They're digitally driven, they're socially connected, they're on the go, they're researching from phones and tablets, they're engaging with companies through social channels. If you aren't where your buyers are, you're missing out on opportunities. So what do you do? How do you engage? How do you find the people and where they're at? Relationships have always been the key. But the key to building those relationships is starting with understanding. 77% of buyers don't feel that a sales rep provides any value to them. But why is that? What makes it so difficult for a seller today to provide value to their customers? A lot of it has to do with the fact that there are too many places to look. So sales rep are unable to find all the key places. They're reliant on one point of contact, and they're relying on that person to reach out to them. This prevents them from contacting the key players and that point of contact and providing real value. They're spending so much of their time focusing on how to gather leads rather than building relationships. Because they're disjointed in their focus, they're unable to engage in multiple relationships at one time. They tend to be centrally focused on just a key handful of people that they're trying to close. So how do you be successful? The modern seller today is embracing technology. They know that it's not enough to simply have information, but they have to provide insights. Providing insights means collaborating with your internal team, your marketing, and your customer, coming up with innovative ideas, communicating at the right time with the right message. But why is it so hard? There are too many places, too many channels, too much information. You have meetings in your Outlook, you have CRM, leads and opportunities, proposals, social media. Where do you find the time in your day to reach out to all of these different channels? How do you make a connection? Dynamics 365 for Sales and LinkedIn Sales Navigator is breaching that gap. It's connecting the different channels, providing real relationship connections, allowing your team to focus more on building those relationships than simply entering information, making phone calls, figuring out which network is the right one for them to focus on. And it all is happening in one place. Microsoft Relationship Sales allows you to rise above the noise. The noise of those different social channels, of your competitors' messaging. Customers want you to be engaging with them. They want you to champion their causes, their purpose. Provide that value to them. By utilizing Microsoft Relationship Sales, you understand what is going on with your customer and their business so that you can provide the right recommendations for the right products and services that you offer. Because as I said before, just because one message is relevant to one person doesn't mean it's relevant to all. So what do you get with the Microsoft Relationship solution? You get to build relationships with the right people. The system is going to give you that information at your fingertips. It's going to provide you insights and recommendations and make it easier for you to manage those different outlets. So let's dig a little deeper. Within the system, building relationships means finding the right people. If you have CRM, you're probably asking yourself right now, well, why can't I do that right now? I have CRM. What am I missing? Dynamics 365 for Sales has added in predictive analytics that allows you to build models to find the right people. So you can target the customers that are most likely to convert from the messaging that you have. Using Versum Predict, you can score your leads and your accounts, build net new lists, searching off of SIC codes, targeting specific areas as well as industries, so that you can build net new lists. So rather than your team going out there prospecting, searching the web, searching social media channels, buying lists, CRM now allows you within the system to pull those lists right directly into your Dynamics 365 system. So you've targeted the right company. What next? You've got a person's name, you have some details on their financials. Well, using Sales Navigator within CRM, it's going to give you insight into the company's teams. This allows you to target not just one point of contact, but all the points of contact. As we all know, it's very rare that only one person is making a decision within a company. Oftentimes you're working with companies and an entire buying committee. Potentially you're working with the direct decision maker, or you may just be working with the recommender. So understanding the different roles within the company is essential to building those relationships. Targeting those messaging so that you understand what key benefits of your services and products are essential to each of the different people on those buying committees. LinkedIn member profiles allow you to better understand all of the roles in your buying committees. So now that you've identified the folks that you want to target and you want to message to, how is it any different than a cold call? Well, LinkedIn Sales Navigator within CRM allows you to leverage your internal team to know how you can connect with different people, how you're already connecting with different people. Don't work harder, work smarter. We've all heard that phrase. Using Sales Navigator allows you, allows you to understand what other people on your team have connections to those buying agents, so that you can understand not only what message to deliver, but how best to facilitate that. So maybe you connect with your teammate, or maybe you connect with a previous customer, and now it's no longer a cold call. Now you have a warm introduction to your buyer. So your buyer knows who you are. You've had that warm introduction. They understand your messaging. But your sales process doesn't stop there. Within Dynamics 365, you're now able to identify risks and opportunity, understanding which relationships are better than others, which ones have been improving, which ones are declining. This allows your sales team to focus not only based off of the size of the opportunity, but which ones are most likely to close, which ones they should be focusing a little more effort on, or maybe even allow you to coach your team so that they can better build those relationships. The other way that the Dynamics 365 allows you to make these recommendations is giving you real-time information that's happening with your customer. So Sales Navigator allows you to see the mentions of them in the news so that you can understand if they are acquiring a new business, themselves being acquired. Maybe they've just won some new financing. They're about to launch a new product. Maybe they're divesting a part of their business. Understanding how to keep track of your buyers and their needs is really important, and Sales Navigator is going to allow you to do that right within Dynamics 365. It's also going to let you know when maybe one of your champions at the company is leaving because of the ever-changing landscape. So what do? How do you continue to engage buyers as people are coming and going from businesses? Well, one of the ways to allow your sales team to collaborate with your marketing team is to build a set of assets through Point Drive. LinkedIn now has the tool for presentations to create these multi-channel presentation decks that can be delivered through LinkedIn and email. This allows your customer to engage with not just one set of information, but multiples. It also allows you to track the effectiveness of each of the different asset tools. This is better than just the traditional sales email because you can understand which of your content assets are doing the best, which ones are really driving conversion and traffic back to your website, as well as communication back to your sales reps. But as we all know, everything is about engagement. Tracking your opportunities, understanding the relationships across multiple systems, that is what the system is providing for you. You can also provide guidance to your sellers. If your industry has some specific information that needs to be provided at the different stages of the sales process, from qualification to closing, the system will guide them through those complex relationships, having them understand when they need to complete certain steps and helping them understand when specific information should be delivered. The Relationship Assistant tool is going to allow you to action on recommendations. This is going to give you better insights and take actions on contextual recommendations. There are so many tools within Dynamics 365 now. And the key thing that I want to come out of this presentation is about focus. Driving focus to your sales rep, to your marketing team, understanding what's engaging your customers best, and understanding how to really provide that value and build those relationships. So what does the process look like with Turnkey? So every person's digital transformation journey is different. What we do here is provide you with help in planning your strategy, building your vision. We want to be with you from the very beginning where you decide what your brand should be, what your brand perception should be, all the way to implementation, building those content pieces, executing your marketing plan. The way that we do that is we start with planning. We're going to help you with visioning workshops, establishing recommendation for the capabilities, identifying which social channels are best for you. If you're not a B2B marketer, LinkedIn is not your best bet, but that doesn't mean Dynamics 365 can't still help you. So we'll sit down, we'll understand who your buyer is, allow you to build that strategy, which channels suit you best, and drive that through maturity. So what does success look like? What are our outcomes? So through our model of project execution and being with you from the beginning of building your strategy, we're also going to help you build out your marketing KPIs, understanding the metrics and analytics that will drive success within your business. Digital transformation is a unique journey, much like your brand. Please contact me or one of your other reps with Turnkey to start that conversation about how we can help you build a digital strategy, how we can help you implement the various tools, whether it's Dynamics 365, Dynamics Relationship Selling Solution, a marketing automation system. Each component is important to your digital journey, and I'm here to help.